As salespeople, your job is to stop buyers from shaving sheep. Now let me explain, because shaving sheep is the last step in a series of events that happens when your buyers decide to make a change. So your buyer acknowledges perhaps that they want to move from their current reality, here, into a future better reality, a bigger, brighter, bolder circle. So perhaps in their future reality, over here, they want to make more sales. Not an unreasonable claim, right? So the buyer says, we need to make our sales team more effective. Then the next step, okay, well, we'll schedule a meeting to discuss it, but first I'll pop out and buy everyone a coffee so we're all nice and energized and ready to rock and roll. Then the next step, well, Starbucks is right by this home furnishing store that I've been researching online. I'll pop in whilst I'm there because it's right next door. So the next step, well, I'll grab a couple of these pillowcases that my partner has been asking me to grab. And then the next step, oh, well, that's a nice woolen blanket, but I don't like that colour. I bet I could probably make one of those myself. And then a few steps later, the buyer has driven to Wales, they're kneeling in a field in the blistering rain, and they've got a sheep in their arm and they're shaving this sheep. They've gone through all of these crazy steps so that they can just have this damn meeting to go from their current reality to their future reality, to try and make their sales team more effective. This is the convoluted way of getting things done that your buyers are doing every single day, day in, day out. They want to make changes, but they get sidetracked, and so they end up shearing sheep. And it looks like this. They start on this path, and they go all around the world until, hopefully, they get there. Now, it's your job as a sales professional to stop the buyer wasting all of this time. It's your job as a salesperson to what we call bridge the reality gap with your products, services, or your expertise. So you're gonna give them a nice little bridge to go from their current reality to their ideal future reality. Now, how do most salespeople go about communicating that they're able to bridge this reality gap? Well, they share their products, features, and benefits. So you have to be careful here, because every feature and benefit that you share with your potential buyer, say we've got two of them here, well, these can lead your potential buyer to go off and shave some more sheep and never actually make it back to the product itself. They go off this direction and they're miles away, not getting anything done. For every feature that you share, well, the buyer's got to go and compare it to the competition. Every benefit that you announce, the buyer has to work out if it's going to get them from where they are right now to where they want to be in the future. So let's think less about sharing the features and benefits of your product when you're selling, and think about being more of a guide. Think about how you can get your buyer from A to be. It's that process that they want from you. That's what they're willing to pay you for. Now, imagine this reality bridge right here. I want you to imagine that this isn't very wide. It's, you can just about walk along it. And there's a significant drop either side of it. So every time that your buyer wanders off to look at something new and shiny, when they start to do this and they start getting down the pathway of shaving sheep, you need to nudge them, shove them back on track. Every time the buyer asks, what does this feature do, or what happens when they press that button and they start wandering off and shaving sheep, you need to again nudge them back on track. Because success in sales does not come from being massively manipulative and pushing someone down a specific sales funnel or sales process. But in the same breath, success in sales also doesn't come from being massively passive and just allowing your buyer to wander off in all of these random different directions, right? Success in sales is all about gently nudging, which we have in the center here, gently nudging the buyer back on track towards their ideal future reality over and over and over until they get there. That's how you win in modern B2B sales. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click subscribe. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.